Hello everybody, welcome to part 4 of Decoding the Matrix. Had a little bit of break away from these, so I'm coming back to, I've just got my new Shiva t-shirt on, so I thought we were going to talk about divine counterparts. Now, I've done similar content on this for my paid for subscription channel, so it's kind of similar but different context. I'm going to explain it. So, for me, divine counterparts, not everybody has one, because for me, you have to come from divine energy, okay? So if we're using our video game analogy, you have to have started on Pong, okay? You can't have a divine counterpart where you start on Sonic the Hedgehog or whatever other game. It has to be Pong, because you have to come from original divine energy. Now, at some point in our little story about you playing Pong with your brother, your older brother, well, your older brother's kind of, he doesn't sit and play Pong all day, every day with you, okay? He goes away and he goes to work or whatever. You then find a partner, okay? And you say, I've got this game, do you want to come and play with me? And they say, yeah, that's great. So you're now playing Pong with your partner, your divine counterpart. Now, unlike when you're playing with your brother who is just out to win every single game all the time and gets quite aggressive and nasty about it, your divine counterpart, because you're on the light side, let's say, you know, you're not competitive, rather than going, right, I'm going to smash the shit out of you with this little square ball, you go for a different tactic with you and your divine counterpart. You go for, let's see how long we can get the ball rallying without it scoring a point, and when it does inevitably plop through to the other side of the screen and you get the point, say, oh wow, you know it's not like, oh yeah, I've won, because that's not the aim of the game with the divine counterpart. Now, much like we were saying before, you will play different games with your divine counterpart because you're from original Pong source energy. You've got all these different consoles that you can play, and every time you play that game with your divine counterpart. Now, some games are just one player games, in which case one of you plays a game, the other one stands and kind of gives support and tips, you know. So you take something like the original Sonic the Hedgehog or Super Mario Brothers. It's a one player game, so your divine counterpart is sat there in the chair next to you and they're kind of going, oh, watch out for this, do this, and you're helping each other out. Now, for me, we are connected to different energy streams, and this is where the gods and deities come in. So, for example, I work heavily with this energy stream, okay? Now, there are lots of other people who work and are connected to that energy stream from old divine source energy. So, as you go through your path on, let's go back to Fallout, and it's a multiplayer online game, there are other people from that divine source energy, depending on which energy stream that you are from, and you may come across them and go, ooh, maybe this is my person. So for myself, for example, I work with the Shiva energy stream, so I'm looking for my Parvati / Kali divine counterpart. Now, along the way, you will bump into other players on that energy stream, and like I say, you might think, oh, this is my person. They're not necessarily your person. There'll be a good connection there, there'll be good communication, but they might not be your one. Now, sadly, people often ask me, how do you know when you've met your divine counterpart? And I say, well, I don't know, because I've not met them yet, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so it's about kind of figuring out who that divine counterpart is. Now, unfortunately, along the way, you will also encounter people who've chosen the darker path to play the game on, who may get wind of who your divine counterpart is, because at some point along this history of playing different video games, they've come along and they've said hello and they've, you know, got involved. They've either been your friends or they've deliberately tried to sabotage your game and stuff like that. And oftentimes they can kind of pick up before you do who your person is, okay? And they will deliberately try and stop that and manipulate it, etc., etc. And it's extremely difficult. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people will have a 1. You know, you make a soul contract before you come down here, so you will have a 1. But like I say, for me, you know, if you can only have a divine if you come from Pong energy. the Pong game. So yeah, other people are looking for the person that they sat down with at the gaming chair to say, do you want to be my partner in this? And they go, yeah, all right then. So that they're looking for one person. It's still equally as difficult. Don't get me wrong, because you're still looking for one person in 8 billion. The blocks, the fuckery and stuff like that is a lot less for them because they're not up against dark forces. They're not up against completing a harder game. You know, they're on kind of easy or moderate mode. So you can still have one. It's still equally as difficult. Some people, as far as I'm concerned, they won't. They'll just play the game, playing on their own, and they'll kind of choose somebody as they go along. Yeah, divine counterparts. You like I say, it's more difficult. You've got to have that kind of old divine energy come from that energy stream. But yeah, don't feel like because you meet somebody, you have a really good connection. There's that energy there that they're your person, because they might not be. They might just come from a similar or same energy stream as where your one comes from. So there you go. That's part 4. I'm gonna leave it there because otherwise I'm just gonna ramble. Spiritual advice and guidance sessions available. Go to the link. You can book phone or video chat or DM me. Ta-ta.